the lecture 2 of control and coordination. Now let us understand something from this picture. What can you see from this picture? You may say it's a playground wherein the children are playing. There's a tree, there's a fountain, there's a jogging track. So let me ask you, can animals move? Okay, animals means humans. Humans are also considered as animals. Okay, man is a social animal. So can animals move? And you'll say, yes, animals can move. So let me ask you one more question. Can plants move? And most of us will say, no, plants cannot move. But my dear students, the answer is yes. Yes, plants can move. Animals can move from one place to another, and this motion is what is called as locomotion in animals. But how do plants move? Do plants have a muscular system or a nervous system for their movement? Or do they have hands or legs for their movement? So locomotion is coordinated by nervous and muscular system in animals. But what about plants? Do plants also have the same kind of systems in them? Now let us study movement in plants. Okay. So here if you observe the first flower, the stimulus there is light. The plant is changing its position according to the position of light. Whereas in the second plant, the stimulus is touch. As soon as you touch the plant, the leaf close. Okay. So plants move in response to external stimulus. Remember the example of lion wherein the lion was the external stimulus for the boy. So the plants move or they respond in to external changes in the surrounding. Similarly, when you place a seed on the ground, okay, you can observe the roots which are growing towards the ground and the stem which is moving away from the ground. Okay, so plants move in response to external stimulus and due to growth, that is the growth is taking place in plants. But what causes movement in plants? Okay, let us see that do plants have muscular system and nervous system for their movement to take place? No. Then how is it possible the movement is coordinated by a chemical which is called as hormones in plants? Hormones are nothing but chemicals which bring about the changes in plants. Let us study plant movements. Okay, due to the external stimulus, because of the certain changes in the surrounding, the plants they show two types of movement. First is you can observe in this picture in the seed, that is it is blooming, the root is growing towards the soil and the stem is moving away from the soil. Is this plant growing? You will say, yes, this plant is growing. Such movement wherein you can observe the growth of the plant and the growth is dependent on the external stimulus, we call this movement as growth dependent movement. Such movement of plant is called as growth dependent movement. So movement here is dependent on growth. The plant is growing as well as it is showing movement. Okay, if growth is prevented, then there will be no movement. Whereas in the second plant, when a person is touching the leaflets are closing. So is this plant growing? No. But is the plant showing movement? Yes. So such movements wherein there is no growth and only movement, such movements are called as growth independent movement. So plants they show two type of movements: growth dependent, growth independent, growth dependent, growth independent. Movement which is not dependent on growth is called as growth independent movement. Growth dependent movement and growth independent movement, both of these movements are coordinated by hormones. Okay, they are controlled in step by step manner. They are implemented with the help of a chemical which is called as hormones. Let us understand growth independent movement. Certain movement of plants that do not result in their growth are termed as growth independent movement. Okay, so you can say there are movement in plants which will not cause growth of plant. Okay, the plant will only move, so they are termed as growth independent movement. Okay, certain movement of plants that do not result in their growth are termed as growth independent movement, or you can also say movement of plants that do not result in their growth are termed as growth independent movement. Okay, when we touch the leaves of Mimosa pudica plant, the leaflets close. Okay, the chewy me or the touch me not plant. Okay, the scientific name is Mimosa pudica. So what happens when you touch the leaflets close? Okay, तुमने touch किया, leaf ने बंद किया. Okay, so can you see any movement here? Yes, you can see movement. Okay, but can you see any growth? No, we cannot see any growth. So this is a perfect example of growth independent movement in plants. In this, the movement is in response to the stimulus of touch. This movement is also called as seismonastic movement, the movement which is brought about by touch. Okay, which takes place in response to touch, that is called as seismonastic movement. Now let us see how does this happens. In case of growth independent movement, what happens is, we know the movement is brought about in plants by hormones, that is chemical, and this is because in response to the change which is occurring in the surrounding, that is you are going to touch the plant. So when we touch the leaves of Mimosa pudica plant, the hormones they bring about a change. Let's enlarge the leaf and see what happens. When you are touching the leaflets, the hormones are released. The chemicals are going to get released. So when the chemicals are released, what will happen? These hormones, when they are moving, along with them, they pull some ion molecules. Generally, the potassium ions is moved when you touch the leaf. Okay, so when the potassium ion is moved from one cell to another, the information has been passed. It is going to get passed from one cell to another. Okay, so in this way there is less concentration of water molecule. Ions they cause the water to come out from the cells, and when there is less concentration of water, what will happen? The cells will shrink. It will lead to the cell to shrink. Okay, and as the cell is shrinking, there is a change in the shape of cell which causes the movement in plants. So because of which the leaflets they start closing. So what do we know about growth independent movement? The movement occurs at a place different from the place of touch. That means when you are touching at the tip of the leaf, the entire leaflets will close till the end. So movement occurs at a place different from the place of touch. This means that the information is communicated. Whatever information you have given to the first person, to the first leaflet, it will reach till the end. Okay, so this is the information has been communicated. The plants they use electrical and chemical means. Electrical means the ions which are there in as potassium ions, and chemical means to transfer the information from one cell to another. That is, there are charged particles and there are hormones, because of which the transfer of information takes place from one cell to another. There is no specialized tissue which is present for conduction of this information, for carrying this information. There is no specialized tissue. The cells they either swell because of more concentration of ions, or they will shrink because of less concentration, and thus their shape changes, causing the movement in plants.